Welcome to another Guitar Vault video. Today we are so excited to be talking about a Lowden guitar. Lowden is a company that Heath has loved their guitars for so many years, and it's been a company that we've always wanted to bring in, and we've just been kind of working on the right time and everything, and finally the time is right and we have Lowden guitars and we're all very excited. And I'm surprised that one hasn't gone home with Heath yet. We're just counting down the days, honestly. But if you don't know the history of Lowden, they are a guitar company that is built in Northern Ireland. It was founded by George Lowden, who started building guitars in 1961, and he's really just dedicated a lot of time and thought into really developing some really different and unique bodies, build techniques, everything, just to make it an absolutely incredible guitar that is put out by his factory for a lot of different reasons. So let's talk about some of those unique things to Lowden.
Okay, so the first thing that you would notice if you look through a Lowden catalog or you're familiar with the company, they don't adhere to the body shapes that everybody is used to. They kind of have their own body shapes, so whether you're talking about something in a smaller body or something close to a grand auditorium or something in jumbo, whatever you're used to in the nomenclature and stuff, George has done slight variations to them in terms of how narrow the waist is, how deep the body is. He's really tried to optimize those guitar shapes to get the tone to be just absolutely stunning. In addition to that, the bracing is different in a couple of different ways. It's an A-frame bracing, which there are some manufacturers that do an A-frame bracing that's similar, but it is slightly different. Perhaps the biggest thing is the bracing itself, so the individual braces. So if you research about Lowden, you're going to run into the term dolphin bracing.
Or dolphin profiles.
And
they're not talking about the animal, unfortunately. Like, I love dolphins. I got really excited.
Well, kind of though. So basically the bracing starts off as taller but narrower than your typical bracing, so it's got less contact area with the top that would hinder resonance, but the height is what's giving it the strength. And then instead of scalloping in the traditional sense that we're used to, they finally shape the braces in a slightly different way, and every body shape is getting a slightly different profile in that bracing. So you got the body shape that's affecting the tone, you got the way they shape the bracing for that body that is affecting the tone. Basically what you find is a lot of people just can't even describe what it is about a Lowden. There's just
magic.
like a magical harmonic content is kind of what, but probably the best explanation is the old adage that a sound guy's working with an artist and he's saying, what more do you want in the mix? And they're like, just more. And that's kind of a Lowden. There's just more of everything. They don't necessarily sound louder, but there's just a lot more going on when you play them, whether you're playing fingerstyle or strumming or flat picking. Very detailed sounding guitars, and they're just like fantastic.
We've heard customers say you can legitimately feel the difference.
Like the whole guitar is resonating, and that's due to just there's a lot of extra stuff there going on in the bracing. The other thing is this is a top tier guitar in terms of price range and stuff, and there are no low grade woods at all used in Lowden, so everything is quadruple A grade, which you would still be seeing AAA grade stuff in this price range anyway from a lot of manufacturers. This is all quadruple A grade, and where you notice that a lot, like in specifically this guitar having walnut, the walnut is just beautiful. And the grain structure and everything is just absolutely fantastic. So we can come back to that in a second. So this is an F body, which is pretty much kind of their most popular.
It is
body
popular,
size. Yeah. Very, very well respected amongst fingerstyle players. It's a very balanced sounding guitar, but you can actually play either bass or treble harder and get those notes to be very present. So it's a very expressive guitar, but there are other body shapes available. The F is going to be most close to what you'd be used to with like a grand auditorium or an OM style body in other nomenclature. So, you want to talk some more about woods?
Yes, so this guitar is going to feature quadruple A grade Red Cedar top with walnut back and sides. That combination is going to create just a really great fingerstyle tone. The Red Cedar is going to be a really nice warm tone that's really kind of expressive to your playing. And as all fingerstyle players know, I think walnut's probably the most sought after fingerstyle.
Yeah, depending, but yeah.
Yeah.
It works well with a lot of different
one.
tops, so.
Yeah, so it's just going to give a really warm and dynamic response and just sound great for fingerstyle, but also any other kind of playing. And then Lowden's, once you get up in like the 35 series and stuff, you start to get a 5-piece neck, which it looks awesome. I love it.
So 5-piece, this is mahogany. The darker stripes that you see in there are usually rosewood or walnut. I think in this one it looks like it's rosewood. But the 5-piece neck does look really cool, but it also adds strength because you essentially have the different splines in there. And the way the grain aligns and stuff is way less prone to twisting and issues like that. But it looks awesome too.
Yep. And then it gets an ebony fretboard that has been bound in maple and ebony, so it makes it have like kind of like a maple ghost line around the fretboard a little bit that looks really nice. And then you've got an abalone rosette for just kind of some simple elegance, kind of a little bit upgraded look to it. And then it's got, all Lowdens will have a bog oak headstock cap on the front and the back, which is really unique and looks really nice. And then these get Goto 510 tuning machines. But we've talked enough about this guitar and now it's time to hear it.
Okay, so again, this is a Lowden F-35 guitar. This is a Red Cedar top, walnut back and sides. Another thing I wanted to point out on the Lowdens is the binding and the other appointments are usually hardwoods. So the purfling and stuff on here is actually different layers of different colored hardwoods. The maple bind. Around the abalone soundhole rosette, there's some rosewood, setting that off from the cedar top. So they're just really stunning looking guitars, and they have a really organic kind of vibe because everything's wood.
And a very nice soft finish.
Yeah,
We've heard me talk about soft finishes before.
Yeah, so hand-rubbed lacquer, which produces just like what you think of as the finest furniture. So yeah, very, very nice. Lowdens are fantastic. We hope you're enjoying the Guitar Vault videos as well as our other content. So if you would like to see more content like this, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to our channel. We're looking forward to doing a lot more guitars. We've got a lot of stuff in the pipeline, along with some other information that should be of interest to guitar enthusiasts and helpful to those maybe learning the guitar. So follow us on social media, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, all those different platforms. Go ahead and browse our website. There are a lot of guitars on there. We're trying to feature as many as we can, as fast as we can. But there's a lot of stuff there, and it's changing all the time. And we have a lot more stuff in the pipeline. So hope you enjoy it. Rock on.
See ya.